sleep during the day and stay up all night because I'm not really vibing with planet Earth right now. Minnie, come over here. Come here, sir. Get a comfy spot, Minnie. My body hurts.
Anything?
Huh? Empathy is painful. When you feel for others, you really feel for others. You know it? And I feel compelled to share space with these people because, man, these people have gone through the scariest times of their lives. You know, they just always had good lives, and now they're, you know, this one mom watched her mom and dad. This lady watched her mom and dad and 6-year-old son get washed down the river, and never, like, we will never know the level of stories. Like, people are gonna have nightmares because we're gonna share in these experiences with these people.
That's true.
So when people have nightmares about this stuff, you know, water's rising. Like I had a dream 2 years before we left Oregon that the waters were rising, and okay, God, where do you want us? Just do the right thing. Don't screw people over. Stay on the right side of decent, Marge. Yeah. And I'll get you. That's where God got us, where we were supposed to be, and now we're 7,000 feet up.
Wow, 7,000 feet.
You know. It's the world is like land of the lost now. But they keep trying to act like these systems are valid, and it's just, and I've been talking for my whole, I mean, I got 2,400 videos talking about what a joke this country is. It's just, I just keep waiting for other people to realize it, you know, but they don't realize it until they themselves need help, and everybody's susceptible to life, to planet Earth. Everybody's susceptible to it. Nobody's safe on planet Earth, you know. You can try to prepare, you can try to plan, you know. Doesn't really matter if you live up on top of a hill or, you know, down below. The mountains move ultimately one day. It's just how the Earth goes. We just have to. What have people told me my whole life, Mom? Just go with the flow. Just adapt and over. I'm autistic, man. Like, it's been a lot harder. You know, people have belittled my struggle. So I became really empathetic to when other people struggle, because I'm like, man, there's sometimes, like, I've had conversations with people and they could really do things to make my life easier. Like, they could flip a switch, you know, it ain't nothing to them. They got the power, they got the control. They just choose not to, well, let's see how she's going to get out of this one. Including my own brother. So I had to learn to survive. I was one of those, I had to learn how to grow up when I was like very far too young. One of them. So so what my goal in life is to try and create an environment that's enriching for everyone, you know. And people can just be kids as long as they possibly can while working and doing grown-up things, but still maintaining that little spark in your little eye, you know. I'm happy to say that the people that I know in Asheville are good. They are alive and they're well. They just have no power. I was happy to hear that, so. The stories coming out of there, and nobody's safe. Like, even where I live in Taos, New Mexico, there's still volcanoes. Like, there's the threat. Like, human beings just are not real safe because nature is so much bigger, and human beings, because, you know, they make things up in their own minds and create things. And they do make big, like, you know, like the NFL. That's a big thing. It's a nonsense thing. I mean. Like any of those people in the southeast right now, you think they give a shit about fucking Sunday football today? or anything like that since fucking and where is this country? Where is the administration? Like they keep don't put the fucking politicians in my feed because I'm gonna keep talking shit. Don't put them in my feed. I just do not recommend. Do not recommend. Don't put them in my feed. I'm gonna keep talking shit to these people. I'm gonna get kicked off social media. And it's not even talking shit. It's just like you people are disgusting. I'm so sorry for my service. Like would I don't let me remind people about Katrina. Because what year did Katrina happen? I think I was. Right, I was still in the Air Force. I was still in the military, and I was livid. I was beside myself because I didn't vote. I had already written this country off. I was just trying to write out my service. I was just like, this country is disgusting. I understand what it is. I don't want to have any. My standards are higher than the United States Air Force. So get me the fuck out of here, and I won't ever talk highly about yeah, you do leave motherfuckers behind. And that was 20 years ago, and now, and it's all about money, and it's all about profit, and people are disposable. And now, now all these people that are supposed to show up for the emergencies, they're being affected too. So now they're like, what the what? First there's fire, then there are floods. People need to be I mean, it's not really the days of going around, traveling around and living that best life right now. That's not really the goal, and that's what is so unfortunate to see. I didn't know I knew that's what people are doing, but I didn't know that so many people were of the frequency that they just had a trailer and lived next to a river. And had this beautiful, freaking magical, picturesque life with the lights and the wonderful neighbors and then this and then that. And I'm like, how can so many people have these picturesque lives when so many people... There's a divide. And I've recognized every time that there's been a divide that the energy freaking swings up and comes back around. And that's what's happening. And it's not even a matter, and it's so interesting that how Mom and I came to Taos was through YouTube videos. That's how we found. I said, okay, God, I don't know what to do, so I started putting out everywhere. We need a place. We need a place. And when we were in Salem, this woman named Cynthia, who I actually, fast forward 4 years, I met her at the park one day. Yeah, but I put out a call. I said, I need every chat I was in. I said, me and Mom are looking for a place. Me and Mom and the dog. I said, I need a place for me, Mom. And at the time we had 5 little dogs because Sassy's since gone to heaven, and Stan Lee, and I was desperate, I mean, that was like an instance where like the ground was pulled out from under us. And I called my brother and I said, Jerry, please help us. Because he's a very important lawyer. The assistant chief counsel for the state of California, Office of Parole. Are you kidding me? Hessick. Look up his bar number. I said, Jerry, I'm just trying to take care of Mom and my family. He told me, he said, put Mom in a home and get rid of 2 dogs. And go back to work. He said, I'm going to help you by not helping. There should be a picture of him in the textbook, psychology textbook of narcissists, because he's to a T. So I didn't get much help from him. So I put out in YouTube videos that we needed a place, and this woman said that she knew of a woman in Taos, Rancho de Taos, New Mexico. I looked that up on the map. I was like, dude, I cannot make that move. And then some psycho broad invited us to live in Flagstaff. So me and Mom, I'm like, that I can do. That was a little bit more feasible, even though the truck's computer was breaking, so I did the whole thing without shutting it off, and it was scary, and my life has been scary. I just fucking faced the storm. I have no choice. I don't have anybody to call that, let me just fly out and bug out, hang out with you, and just, forget everything that's happening here, like so many people evidently have had that dubious luxury of doing. I just have had to face every scary fucking thing I've ever been confronted with in my life, and quite frankly, I'm tired, and I really thought I would have other people in my world at this point in the game to help buffer the fucking blows, but that's not the case. But I'm really strong in my fucking character. Shit. Anyway. So, what was I talking about? My train of thought derailed. I got off on a tangent. Everybody's susceptible to this. Oh, yeah, okay, so I was going with how I got here. The story of how I got here. And then so we ended up in Arizona. Flagstaff. Evidently had some karma to tie up there. Went through some bullshit, but then that's when we, interstate, center stage, Earth Angel. This woman who watched my videos, was like, God, she evidently heeded the call, because I was nonstop praying. See, when you pray, when you ask for help, God, help me, God, help me. I'm just going to keep doing the right thing, and then things are going to work out, right? That's what they say, right? So that's what I did, and then this woman reached out to me, and has been, a dear, sweet friend ever since. So, but so then, when it became evidently clear that we could not stay in Flagstaff, and I was just shriveling up from stress, and just it was so hard. You can go watch the videos back at that time. I was just and then, but we finally, and then I put out the heat, so the first contact we made to get to Flagstaff, that was through Key Jin, and she's here and there sometimes, I guess. I don't know. She has her own tagline and stuff. She does cool stuff. I check in on her and see how she's doing. I'll look her up, see where she's at in time and space. And then when I was in Arizona and put out the call again, I was on Marge astrology. And Marge, she don't even exist. See, she did astrology, she did yoga, she did what a lot of people do. They do the transition. It's they do all these disciplines to get an outcome, and then they're satisfied with the outcome, so they stop the discipline. So she found a man, and they adopted a little girl. They have a little girl, and they're out in Nashville too. That's why it makes me think of my friend. But that's why. But I think seconds and inches. If her channel existed, that Cynthia would never have seen my call. And then that's when she, I gave her my email address, and then she emailed me and put me in contact with the woman in Ranchos de Taos, and that was our first point of contact here in 2020. We got here just, right under the wire at the eclipse in 2020 December. It was 2 days. It was and we got here, and it was we left at 10 o'clock in the morning about. I just packed up the dogs in the minivan and cat, and we just, that was one of the last times I ever ate McDonald's, when I was one of the last parts of 3D Earth I was in. I went to the pet store and just bought 4 dog beds and lined up the back. I threw, the box set of Longmire DVD in the TV, and just stuff to get us by, because we didn't even get to leave with our stuff. Stuff is still, she kept stuff that's mine, and just more stuff you have to let go, because when you're a spiritual being having a human experience, you don't get to take stuff with you on planet Earth, Like I had tough lessons. I had tough teachers. I had tough love. I was given so much tough love, and then people wonder why, as an adult, I'm hard to love. It's so weird. I'm like, because you're not doing it hard. You're not mean enough. You don't tell me that you want me around to make me think you want me around. Anyway. All day, man, my body is just, and just because I know what it's like. I know what it's like to haul water. I know what it's like to live in primitive ways. That's why I'm trying to create an environment where Mom and I are sustainable, you know? That we have our place. But I'm going to be a little bit more open and welcoming to other people, because the way of the traveler is just... There's a need for my travel centers where people can come, because only more and more people are going to be displaced, understand? A lot of these people that are living on these properties, they only got those properties because they've been in their families for so long, because they don't really got much besides that. So, you know, and then here come the developers, we'll save the day, and give you low bullshit. It's just, it's disgusting. It's just, oh, so gross. And I really hope that people take these opportunities. I don't like when I see things like when they constantly rebuild, they redo. Like when people constantly have problems with their cars. So what do? They get rid of that crap car, and then they buy the same make and model of that crap car that gave them nothing but problems. Like, you know... Insanity's like, don't rebuild there. Go higher. Go more inland. Don't. And I understand. And but that I was gonna say about that Marge astrology chick is that when she was in her, I guess, in her peak of her, yoga practitioner, all that stuff, when she was like really in, like, she talks about how she moved from Florida to Asheville because she had dreams, like so many of us had, that the waters are becoming scornful. So that's a pretty good word, scornful. And the winds, and see, that's the thing, is like 35 inches of rain is one report that I saw. 35 inches of rain in like a very short... That's like annual rainfall. That's more than annual rainfall in a lot of places. That's scary shit. I don't like scorn. See, and back in my crazy days when I didn't value life as much, when I was in tech school, Wichita Falls, Texas... And I lived on the first... my dorms were on the first floor, freaking right by the stairwell. It fucking sucks, man. Just constantly people going up and down the stairs. Anyway, but there were 90-mile-an-hour winds, and I wanted to see what 90-mile-an-hour winds were. But they had people like locked, like they had us on tornado watch and stuff, and they had us in the hallway with mattresses, but it was a weekend, so a bunch of us were half tanked, so we're just like, woo, you know, I know what it's like to live it up, right, you know, because I didn't value life. I value life now in a much bigger way. So I crawled out I just stepped out the window, opened the window, stepped out, walked out to the, because I wanted to see. I'm the only person out. Like, nobody's supposed to be out. And I'm just walking around in my jeans and my flip-flops, and, you know, and I'm just like... And I remember the wind was blowing against me, and I leaned and I was like... And then my heart started, and then I got nervous, because storms, it's all energy, man. Mother Nature... I've always respected Mother Nature. I grew up next to, we Morro Bay, the ocean, you know? Like, you don't play with nature. You don't, unless you want to die. You don't care about dying. I'm more concerned about living, because I know that ain't nobody going to take care of Ma. So I ain't going out there freaking trying to get myself dead. Because there's no one to take care of. Who is that? Is that Lunatic being pretty cute and smart and funny? All of those things? A lot of scary shit, you know. A lot of scary shit. Fucking fields of cows drowned. I mean, this guy fucking just in tears, just sobbing. Because all of his animals that he feeds and loves and cares for tends to. You know, you gotta love things if you're gonna spend that much energy on tending to them. You know, I do want them to be rebuilt. I just, you know, and the thing of it is like, I guess to look at some silver linings, because there are some really beautiful stories there. I always try and, okay, when the shit happens, look at where the really cool stories come. Because when the shit happened, dude, some lady came in and watched my videos and freaking changed my life. So, I mean, I know how it can happen for anybody. But I also see the need for my travel center. Where people that are sleeping in your cars and stuff. I don't want no creepers and no blues and no booze. You know, I gotta have boundaries too. Right? I mean, you want to do that stuff, they have Slab City and they have places that are other suited for you. I'm on a place that people are just trying to get by, you know, and want some crunch. That they don't get creature comforts. They don't get a hot shower all the time. They don't get to do laundry and have like their clothes smell good with fabric softener and soft blankets and stuff like that. And every time I wanna make it so like every time I see one of these trailers on Marketplace, you know, that are like $2,500, something like that, is that I'll be like, I'll take it, and then I can haul it up to the property on you know, and then it's just another place that somebody can come in and they can make it how they want it, you know, if they got no other place to go, like women like mom's age, like if they didn't have nobody to, you know, like people that don't got nobody. Kind of like a kind of orphanage of all ages, you know, and then help me work in the community. And I also have ideas to work with the local governments on how to make a phone app. So because everything's going digital anyway, you might as well, you know, you can't beat it, join it, right? Come on, Tut, come in here. And have and using GIS technologies is that you can go out. And I'll have like a shed with like a library. So come out in the morning, 6, 7, have a nice cup of coffee, want a breakfast burrito sandwich, whatever, I'll feed you. Because you got to get energy, and then, you know, I'll give you a weed whacker and stuff. And you go out and you take a picture of before, and then you do like the stretch or whatever, and then the after, and then, you know, before. Just like that, you get paid. Because you know what? I'm really fucking sick of this country accommodating people in other places. And that's what I was gonna say, is they did this shit back when a fucking Obama with Haiti, with the devastation in Haiti. I was like, I'm sick of this country then. Like I had it because Katrina just happened, and then Haiti happened, and they did. I'm like, why are they not sending? Why are they stalling? Because they don't care. We'll just get rid of all the bottom people. And then we'll come back and make it Legos like we want it. This country is disgusting, and it's gross, and it's built on domination, control, perversion. And there's a lot of people that are just, we're just out here just, not just me, but just there's so many people that like got themselves, you know, I think about all the effort, all the energy and life chi that I used to get in the military, just to go to college, to get a Bachelor of Science degree, so I could go play the game, be a part of a stupid system that was a nightmare for me every fucking day, to maybe try and mask. I mostly live maskless though, that's why. Anyway. But, I mean, to build my resume, you know, all for it to stop. Mom's been with me since 2008. Now, for years and years, she was very, very independent. She had her own room. She and Sassy were downstairs and stuff, and we weren't near as close as we are now. That's for sure. She'd still walk all over the place, go get her hair done, walk to the bank, take care of errands. She's always been very social and had people in the community that, like, I didn't even know. Like, everybody knows her because she talks to everybody, and I'm like, shit. I'm like, that's where I get it from. I am my mother's daughter. That's sweet. She's always been into volunteer work and stuff like that. Like, she always had this life that I didn't even know that she had until later. Because the truth was revealed to me. Because I'm a truthful person. So when you're a truthful person, like attracts like, man. So, and then it was when we moved in 2017. That's when I became a stay-at-home daughter. When I was like, my days of 9 to 5 are over. You know. It has worked in my favor though. Like when I moved into this place, there was like 12 people that wanted this place. And what I did is I sent the guy, the landlords, I sent the assistant my resume. I said, these are all the things that I did to take care of my mom. And now they're all the things that I don't do to take care of my mom. And I think that and then plus the landlord, like the guy that owns the place, like his mom is his dear sweet mom is like, this place was his mother's. Like, he loves his mom. He can relate to me. He knows what it's like, you know. And I'm trying to create a world where it's easier for more people at the bottom. Because the bottom's changed. Because, dude, this isn't the first. The earth maps are changing. I know people don't believe me. I get it. I'm just some chick that, what do I know, right? I've been talking about this stuff for 7 years. It's just happening now. And it is very scary. And I don't really have a whole lot of faith in, like, the spectrum of people that are out there that are like, don't be scared. They always remind me of that captain on the ship of Pirates of the Caribbean that's like he's getting blown up. He's just like, there's splinters of wood everywhere, and he's just like, everything's great, everything's fine, no problem here, la la la. Mom used to say that Jerry, my brother, used to bury his head in the sand like an ostrich. Like, he'd pretend like nothing, like nothing, like things could be on fire and shit. He'd be like, no, this is just great. Like, his history of behavior of history has been a history of deceit, neglect, and just it's weird. But he's one of those, like, skull and bones fraternity guy, lawyer guy. Like, he's like all this stuff that I'm adamantly, like, that speak out against. He used to have a free pass for a lot of years because he was my brother, and he played on my loyalty. Where you at, Tuck? He played on my loyalty, and then he kept treating me like shit. So I'm like, well, fuck this guy. I'm not gonna not talk about how he treats me like shit. What's the matter, Luna? There. Will make you feel better? Y'all went outside. I don't know why you need to go. I mean, like, they all went outside. The sunset tonight looked like a UFO. It was pretty wild. There's kids on motorcycles tonight. I don't know. It's a beautiful, I mean, I live in such a beautiful place. It's all the people that come here that are just like plastic. They're just remote like intelligent artificial already took them over because, I mean, you have to come here on purpose. It's not a place that you like, or it's like the armpit of New Mexico. Wine enthusiasts? Anyway, the only like big income for people are the places that people go to from other places. Some restaurants. Like the Ski Valley is its own bros club, all of its own. Like they are governless. They can do whatever they want. I always thought it was so silly. Like people that do not value life, put them in hard. Like skiers and snowboarders. Okay, you do that, but on the other time, I mean, what are you doing to build your community? What are people doing to build their community? They aren't. They're building their own little purr. See, I want to have my own little purr, but I want it to benefit the community. Also, in my travel centers, there's going to be pet rescue stations. There's going to be catios, like outdoor enclosures, enclosed outdoor areas for cats, because cats are a problem here. Big problem. Somebody finds a stray cat, bring it over to Marge's. They got a dog, there's bring it over to Marge's. We'll work with the veterinarians in the local area to get them vetted, and adopted. Even though it's a problem everywhere, and it's only going to be worse and worse and worse. There are solutions. I mean, the thing of it, you know why most solutions have never fly? Because people don't like me. And they've created this class tower of, we're only going to work with people that we like. Okay, that's all well and good, but the people you like don't have any fucking practical skills. They don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to, of all of the crazy shit I'm seeing coming out of the Southeast, I saw one lady that I'm like, there's somebody military in their neighborhood. They know what to do. Okay, we gotta pull, or they watch The Walking Dead. Either way, is we gotta pull together. We gotta have a neighbor. We gotta get everybody. Try to, get everybody accounted for. All right, how much food do we have? How much what? Work together. More hands, less work. It's how it should always been. It shouldn't have to take natural disasters for this, and they have not been putting all of the money, all the millions and trillions of dollars of budgets that they pay themselves to manage. They can't manage it enough to do the fucking work. And so yeah, the infrastructure has been dissolving for years. I have pictures in my phone where I go around and I take pictures of bridges where the concrete's all collapsed, and I'm like, man, there's a lot of people driving over that. You think somebody would care, but they don't care. The county doesn't care. The county says it's the railroad's problem. The railroad doesn't care. The railroad says and they just, every once and again someone will say something and it'll be like, oh, it'll flare up. Oh, okay, we'll look into that. Nothing happens. They don't care. They won't do anything until there's loss of life. And more people are reporting on this stuff all over the place. Like where they're under overpasses. I think there was one of those in Albuquerque. They're under the overpass, and there's you could see the hole above you, cars going over, rhubarb, freaking asphalt shit falling through, because it's been subpar work. America is a subpar country. It has been for a real long time. Real long time. I say it's karma. There's so many people that don't believe in karma. I think that's funny, because we put out the energy, and the fact that all this money, that just chaps. I have to put effort into not getting worked up when I think about the numbers game that they play, when they talk about, all the millions and trillions of dollars that they spend on sending, to places and we don't belong. And then there's these people that are all up in arms because they have Tennessee guards that I guess they're sending to like some place in Nigeria or some shit that we don't belong, and other things that I don't want to see on my fucking feed right now. I don't want to see nothing about fucking Israel and none of that. I don't want to see nothing about that on my feed right now, okay? I want to see nothing about any other fucking country that is having a problem. I want to know, hey, China, hey, all these countries, are y'all going to come in and help America? You're going to come in and clear the roads? All these tourist people that want to come and see how people live in the South. Oh, we're here on holiday. Pick up a fucking axe, bitch. Welcome to America. Gonna put you to work now because you ain't going nowhere. You know, I don't want to see nothing about like, oh, what Lebanon's going through. I don't want to see anything about that. I want to see the countries that are pulling all their fucking resources to help South Carolina, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, and all of the other places that are going, have been, and are about to get it more. It ain't done yet. No. Good doggy. Go ahead, man. I've been waiting for you, handsome boy. Go ahead. Go ahead. You want up there? Whoop. You going there? Oh, boy. So, hey, Tanya, what's up? How is rehab? I never did that. Mom was in a Atascadero State Mental Hospital. I used to take meetings to like, what? They call them level 5. Level 5, I guess. At a couple different facilities, so I know, I mean, I always, it's just like another place where people gather, you know? I wonder how really effective, or I always thought that they were a place where just they could try different medications on people, like where they could like collect guinea pigs. Like, we'll put them on this cocktail. I don't know. It's everybody has their own path. That's the thing. You're still there at the VA, and that is, where are you? You're in one of those northern states. See, and how come the VA doesn't incorporate? I mean, I remember writing the VA head in Oregon, and I'm like, and actually had a conversation with the lady at the, she just thought I was crazy, I'm sure. But I was like, why are you incorporating more yoga, like teaching medical, like, piece, like stuff like that? And why are you guys doing stuff that are gonna help? It's just always with the pills and stuff, and that made my brain go whoop de whoop. Tennessee, how far are you? See, now I know Tennessee. I'm getting better at my geography because the states I haven't been in, they're just all kind of globbed together. In Tennessee, no, I flew into Nashville one time, but it was a layover. It's just like, okay, I've been here. That's it. Mark it off the list. But some places like in West Virginia, they got some nastiness. And then I noticed people that ordinarily do content on weekends, like they must not have internet. I think, like, usually, like, the people with the Starlink, they pretty much, I think they're still doing stuff, but, like, I haven't seen Misty off grid all day, or for 2 days or whatever, since the storm. Last I saw, she was with Will, though. It's how we keep in touch with the outside world, right? And then it's like, okay, turn everything off and let's watch Young Sheldon. We've been watching this new show called Sweet Tooth. You know, because this is the way, like, dude, there are storylines, there are timelines that exist. There is a reality exist. I'm one of them that believe in an all things possible multi-universe. Like there's a whole world. Like for every TV show, for every song, there's a reality exists just for that. You know, like there's some place where Chrissy and Jack and those crazy kids are still living their lives with their kids and all that stuff, you know, in my world. It's pretty wild in there, huh? Anyway, like you listen to Jesse Zaboter and stuff like that, they talk about hybrids, people. And I always thought I was some kind of freak of nature. Like, I remember, like, Mom, am I adopted? Because there was something just really off about me. So off I knew it myself. Like, was I born a boy and they made, like, something? What is it? I do have special magical powers. And I am a girl. I'm a female. I'm a woman. I identify. Someone asked me what my pronouns were. I'm like, what? Really? Huh. Don't try to get me to try to keep track of other people's. Just tell me your name. I'll tell you. If you're one of that variety, I'll just call you by your name because that's why we have names and nicknames. East Tennessee, we got hammered with the storms. Now and then there's prisons all over where people they don't let the prisoners out and then they just get to freaking this country. I hope I can help lead the way, man, because I got a lot of ideas. Because, dude, stop making people fucking scared in the corner, man. We got to create an environment where people could get better. Because they're only getting worse, and there's only going to be worse and worse catastrophe. Because if you notice all the fires that have been going on, then we get all the rain. The trees aren't there, the root systems aren't there, the lands aren't there. It's only going to be more. It's only going to be more. I don't want to see people getting in the habit of staying. I want to see people that have the means to go. And then come back later. Everybody. You know? Not just the privileged. Yeah, I don't like storms. And the older I get, like it gets pretty windy, and like the front window in the where I sleep, there's like a window that goes across. There's a little ledge and like a little, but it's not a window, it's a plastic. It's like that plastic covering, looks like shed, like stuff you make a shed out of, or like a greenhouse or something. Yeah, so when it rains I'm always looking for it to leak. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be an interesting winter. It's just one day at a time, but I mean right now it's just we got freaking our days are just so. I get why so many people come here. I just would prefer it if they came here and contributed in ways that benefited everybody, not just a handful of fucking restaurants and some hotels. And it's not even as many hotels anymore because people are just driving around with their houses on the back of their trucks or in fucking splinter vans. Oh my God. It's just just make a place better than you find it. Just, maybe we should have a list of all the false for profits, all the non-profits, and, you can donate to help, like here there's homeless people everywhere because there's, people are sad, they don't got nobody. There's alcoholics, drunks, same problems with everybody else, but at least can we treat people that, with like give people a place to shower? Like everybody's worth that. Do laundry, make some hot meals, cook, drink some coffee, have some fellowship. Dude, that's one of the biggest reasons why fucking people drink and do drugs is because they're so lonely. They're trying to escape how sad they feel. That's why I drank for so long. And the fact that I liked oblivion. I liked the no place space. And I could reach there. I could go there. To the ethers? It's a direct path with alcohol. It's a free ticket to ride. To the no place space? It's chemically, as a elemental compound makeup, it's ether and alcohol are like one off. They're like the same. They are literally an escape. You take other people to other dimension. It makes guys, it makes men look at their daughters, and then their daughters look like their wives, but they're so wasted, they think that their daughter is their wife as a younger. All these stories, and I've seen it. I've seen it. It's just, this is America. This is America. This is America, and I'm sure it's like this in other countries. I'm sure it's worse in other places. I'm just saying this is the country in which I live, and this is why I speak out, because I'm trying to make things better. They're not going to get better if people keep ignoring the fucking gross shit that's going on, and they can't ignore it no more. I think it's interesting that one chick from Orange is the New Black, she comes across my FYP. I'm not sure why. She's I wonder when's her birthday? Like, what is she, a Scorpio? Let's see. November 6th. What's November 6th? I can't think right now. I know I say, what is she, Scorpio? It's Scorpio. That's funny. Anyway, she was doing a live today. Why did I bring her up? She's a trip. I can't remember. Yeah. Hi, Miss J. Hope you're well. Yeah, I'm getting good. And you know what's interesting is, like, because me and Mom have been watching Young Sheldon. I'm big on astrology, so, like, people are, because, like, the dynamics of the characters are just as significant as the dynamic as the actors. Like, the two kids that play the twins on Young Sheldon, he and his sister, he's a Cancer and she's a Capricorn. That's opposite sign. I mean, that's, like, funny. And they're twins and they're polar opposites. And he comes across as, Sheldon is a Cancer male character, you know, and his sister, yeah, anyway, so, I don't know, another day over. I don't know, do you have a good day, Mom? Mom just watched Rockford Files. I just cried all day. I just freaking felt for people, you know, because too many people ignore. They don't want to, I don't want to see that. That's sad. I don't want to deal with that. You know, to some people, this is the end of their life, and I'm not gonna leave them in that time. If they're scared, I'll share that space with them. That's how you hold space for people. People are so, you know, in the big old fucking hippy dippy world, so big on holding space. That's how you fucking do it. You go into the trenches with people. You go into where it stinks and it smells and it's uncomfortable and it's gross and it's grimy and you don't like it and it's cold. Makes me sad to see how unprepared people are. Because this is going on days and weeks. And these people are like 3 days, and we're like, we're just cooking up the rest of what's in the fridge. I know that there will be solutions, and I know that there will be people that step up, because there are. See, that's the thing. I was like, Ma, it's probably a good thing that I got you, Ma, because if I didn't, I would be there. I would be there, because they need people with the leadership and disaster freaking. I mean, we trained for this shit. And although disasters you can never prepare, but there's certain, things that you can do to rebuild community, just maybe not quite in the same places, because the earth is changing. So we have to learn to evolve, to adapt if we value life. Otherwise, the risks are too high, and people are not fit. They will get fit. So weird, man. When I was a little kid, when I grew up, I never thought, when I'm 50 years old, where I'm going to be in fucking apocalypse in the end of times, when I'm 50. Never thought that. That was never a trajectory. I never liked those movies. I mean, yeah, sure, I watched Terminator. I was like 10 years old. Mom went on a date. I went, and I got to go. I always sat real close. I watched, yeah. So, I mean, and then I grew up to be kind of a Sarah Connor of my own version. But I have a lot of skills, and I have a lot of, I have a lot of ways to help a lot more people to maintain levels of being comfortable that have fallen down the cracks of society. Because this point, man, the number of people that are fucking unhoused and shit like that, cracks of society. Just like I see, like where the sidewalks ends, because the cracks just keep getting wider and wider. And I love seeing, community get out, like all the young strapping young men, like put those freaking young guys that play, like get off the couch. You always play video game, you're so fit from playing all the sports and baseball, stuff like that. Put freaking, chainsaws and stuff in their hand, put them in the razors, and like go chops up some shit, I'd want to be in the big I'd want to do the skid operator and stuff. I want to do that. I'd want to do the heavy equipment. Like, give me a freaking 30-minute tutorial. I'm on this shit. I pick up mechanically. I become the freaking machine. So, just give me I can figure it out. You don't even really got to give me a tutorial. Just tell me how to make it go and how to make it stop. That's all I need, huh, Mom? Oh, Tut-Tut's tired. Are you getting tired, Mom? Yeah? You like listen to me run my mouth? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying you.
All right. Well, I think I've been talking almost an hour now, so I think I'm going to wrap it up. We'll probably go brush teeth. I got you a new toothbrush. I got to get me. I don't like going. I'm less, the more sensitive I get, I think tomorrow might be the first day I order groceries online. And just go pick it up, because I don't have the tolerance to pretend like the world is how they want me to pretend it is. Yeah, because I get triggered in everything I do, and nobody cares. It's my shit, and I get that. I'm a grown up. I get that. My stuff is my stuff. I'm just when I see people that are going on about the same stuff, I'm like, I don't know how people can complain about anything today. And all this, ever since the storm, it's just Mom. I was showing Mom little excerpts of it, and she was just, wow. So much we will never know. For all the souls that are passing over now, I thank them for their service.
Yes.
Because they are making Source stronger, because they're going back to Source. And we're gonna need this. Because think about how weird the energies are now. We're coming into the age of Aquarius. So all these people that are transitioning, like they did like 9/11, like these mass, like fatal, like these large number deaths, is that there's all these, souls that are waiting to come back to planet Earth. And I think about these minds that are going to be made from being born. And they're going to be more and more special because, I don't know, I see a world with hybrids. I've always seen a world, that universe where hybrid. Jesse's a boater sees that world, Like, if you can imagine it, I'm sure it exists. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure that there's a movie out there. I'm sure there's a facet, there's a spectrum of consciousness just designated for that line of thinking, for that reality. Like mirrors on a disco ball. Anyway, that's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. I hope